There's three people in this particular marriage. There's King Henry, his mistress Diane, and his wife, May the Queen.
Queen Catherine!
Catherine and Henry were married at 14. So it's a complex relationship, but one that has existed pretty much since the beginning of their marriage.
Let him talk like a king. Your wedding won't happen until I say so. I'm on your side, always.
She's fiercely loyal to her son, to her family, and extremely protective.
Have your visions altered?
No. Mary will bring your son's death.
Mary is a danger to my son's well-being. It's a tricky position because I'm fighting for his best interest, but he doesn't necessarily recognize that. So I'm sure many mothers can relate to this situation when your future daughter-in-law may not have your son's best interest at heart.
Gossip poisons, too. It can poison a young queen's reputation, her heirs' right to the throne, an entire kingdom.
How do you navigate those waters? It's a challenge.
Mary has yet to develop the wiles that Queen Catherine does, but yet. She'll learn to play the game one day, maybe by watching you.
My dreams are more vivid, more ominous. Mary's presence here will cost you your firstborn.
Nostradamus has a vision that Mary will cost Francis his life. And I rely quite heavily and have quite a connection to Nostradamus, and I take his prophecy very seriously.
Why do you hate me so? You were kind to me when I was young.
When I look at you, I see death.
I then am faced with a huge dilemma on how to protect my son and delay or prevent the marriage of Mary and Francis.
We're all walking distance. We'll all go out and grab a drink, and grab dinner.
I made a beautiful fish chowder.
Fantastic fish chowder.
My mum would be really happy to say that I'd done it. Mum, I made a great fish chowder. Everyone loved it.
We're overrun by Scots.
The sets are phenomenal. It's really, really beautiful. They said that we had 200 carpenters working 24 hours a day for 5 weeks to build our set. So it's like, we've really done well with that.
Like
so
a good kingdom should.
Yes.
Bash and Kenna, which I think is fabulous, that the bastard gets his father's cast-off mistress, and you know, both of them just in this situation and how they turn that around.
Reign is a historical drama about Mary's return to the French court amidst murky political intrigues and romantic insanity.
I am Catherine de' Medici, the mother of Francis, who's betrothed politically to Mary, Queen of Scots.
And I am Mary, Queen of Scots.
So you're essentially playing Catherine. She's kind of evil queen of this series. What drew you to an evil queen kind of role?
She's a powerful person, and then takes certain actions which get defined as evil, loyal, protective. So I like her because she's complex.
Is that fun for you that she's got so many different layers to dabble in?
Yeah, you know, and she does some nasty things. I'm not going to deny it. But her motivation for doing it is what's interesting.
Yeah. You think it's purely out of love for her son?
I think it's purely out of love for her son, but purely love for her son means protecting dynasty. It means she has other children. It means her place in the world as well. It's complex that way.
Well, you guys are kind of working on the second episode. How far into the character development have you gone into with like the writers on the show?
You know what? Not very far, to be honest. Or I'm sure they are much further ahead, obviously, than we know. So we're kind of, it's really a new process. We're learning little bits, literally, as bits and pieces. So.
Well, you mentioned the other children. We quite haven't seen the other siblings yet.
That is correct. Yes, there is another little boy in the second episode who's a younger son, Charles. And so there's kind of a hearkening of his young bride is being brought to him to meet. And they're like 7 just to see. So Mary is watching what would have been her experience as a child with Francis.
Well, she's also got an interesting position in that there's already another woman in the castle who's kind of got a queen kind of role, and she's probably feeling a bit competitive in that result. So does that put her on edge a little bit, or does she feel confident in her position of power?
Me or Mary?
Not Mary,
No.
Catherine.
think that I don't think that there's really any obvious securities in this world, and so she's always, I think historically she was what, Queen Consort, or she had a certain title because she married into it. Her family was not a royalty, so by marrying Henry II she got a royal title, but it's not in her bloodline. There's a different stature and power because it had a lot of money, so it was incredibly powerful. I think there's elements of that for sure, where she's right now it's being driven by fear of what Mary's actual presence is going to do to the life of my son. So that's my.
Well, that's all based on the prophecy of Nostradamus.
Yes.
Why does she have that much confidence in him? Has he proven himself to her? Is his visions coming true?
I would say yes.
So she absolutely.
She's also, well, it also means, which is interesting back then, she's open to another way of thinking, which was called heresy. To believe that to have sort of psychic or spiritual advisors was against the church. You were not. That was doctrine. So I think there's also a part of her, for her in that world, an openness of mind. We call it progressiveness of mind in terms of looking at different ways. Whether it's accurate or right or wrong is not really the point. It's the fact that she's exploring it and has to be very careful about that with him.
It's interesting because that's one of the most dominant roles for those two characters. It's the interaction between Catherine and Nostradamus. It's an unusual alliance. It kind of comes up, we're like, whoa, we're a little surprised by that.
Yeah.
So how is that for you to work with such a younger actor, and he's kind of fun?
Oh, he's fabulous. He's just fantastic. He's got a really beautiful, gentle soul. I just have a lot of fun with Ross. I so look forward to whatever machinations they let us, what we get up to, and I have no idea what that's going to be.
Well, again, I kind of noticed her primary relationships with her son and with her seer, so that kind of gives you some unusual dynamics of people you get to work with, which has got to be interesting because I didn't see her interacting as much with her own husband.
No.
Just like she avoids him.
I think, and I think they have a political relationship, and they did have 8 children, so they obviously had a relationship. They were married very, very young. In fact, I think historically it was many years before they produced a child because Henry didn't know how to be a lover, and that his father actually gave up his mistress, who was Diane. He gave his mistress to Henry to teach Henry how to become a man and be a lover. So that's where that relationship historically. So Diane was in the picture a long time.
Wow. Well, does she feel threatened by these infidelities, or is she kind of relieved after having 8 kids?
Well, I was going to say.
That's a lot of children.
I think if there was more security in your position, place, power, there would be less threat. I think that threats are not just emotional threats. They have huge repercussions.
Well, she's a woman of action, clearly. She finds out there's a threat against her family. She moves.
She takes action. Yes, she's not, yes.
Well, one of the first decisions she makes that we've seen is she kind of goes after, of course, Mary, and it wasn't in the most dangerous way, but it would have been a devastating way. Is she now going to up the ante and try to take the life of Mary?
Well, I don't know the answer to that, but I think she's got to, now she has a couple. Now she's also embroiled in something that, if revealed, is detrimental to her as well. So there's the politics of that at play as well.
Well, she's clearly obviously demonstrated she will execute somebody if they could threaten her in any way.
I think, you know what though, yes, but not, it's not easy. I think that there's a lot of ethics and morals that in her that she is having to bend and rearrange and rethink and work. There's no easy answers.
Okay.
And that's also much more interesting.
For you, what do you most admire about her?
I think holding on to her position of power and her fierce loyalty to her children.
Do you think she's more powerful than her husband?
Yes.
But he's perhaps not aware of that.
No, he wouldn't be. And he would have had, she has a different kind of power. But